Hello everyone! Today we are going to be doing a really nice heart opening practice. It'll be about 30 minutes long. If you have blocks and a bolster, go ahead and grab those and we'll go ahead and get started. So we're going to begin our class today lying either over a bolster or over two blocks. So if you're lying over a bolster, you'll just bring it long ways on your mat. Bring your sacrum up against the base of the bolster, and you can either come in to Baddha Konasana or butterfly pose, or you can extend your legs long on the mat, totally up to you. And you'll just lay back over the bolster, allowing your heart space to open, allowing your arms to come to the sides. If you would rather use blocks, you can do the same thing, bringing your blocks into a T shape on your mat. The bottom block, bottom of the T, will come between your shoulder blades, and the top block will come underneath your head. And again, just allow your arms to fall out to the sides. We're just allowing ourselves to find some openness across our heart space right now. And we'll be here for a few breaths, so make any small adjustments you need to get really comfy and settle in, beginning to deepen your breath. If you feel like your breath is shallow here, go ahead and bring one hand to your belly and just notice your belly rising on your inhale and falling on your exhale. This gentle movement, just holding your belly, can help cue your body to take deeper breaths and breathe deep into the low belly instead of breathing shallowly into the chest. Push yourself up onto your elbows just enough to take any props out from under your body. And come to lie flat on your back for just a couple more breaths, allowing your spine to come into alignment, maybe tucking your tailbone under a little bit to bring the lower back closer to the mat. Bend your knees, bringing your feet flat onto the mat and walking your heels in towards your seat. You might be able to brush your heels with your fingertips. We're lining up for bridge pose. If you have blocks, you can use them to cue your alignment in bridge pose. So you would do that by bringing one block between your feet and one between your knees. The one between your feet will be long ways rather than on the wide side. And then the one between your knees will be on the skinniest. So just go ahead and line up here, preparing for bridge pose. Take an inhale here. Exhale, press your hips towards the sky. We're just coming in gently to start. Your knees should be directly over your ankles. You should not be compressing your lower back, so that may require that you tilt your pelvis and tuck your tailbone a little bit. We're just hanging out here for a couple of breaths. Once you're in bridge pose, try not to move your neck at all. One more inhale here. And exhale, gently roll back down, releasing the blocks if you're using them. And we're just going to come into a gentle spinal twist. So shift your hips to the left, allow the knees to come to the right. You can open your arms out into a T or into cactus arms, and gaze comes over your left shoulder. Inhale, coming back to center. Shift your hips to the right and allow your knees to come to the left. Gaze over your right shoulder. Inhale, coming back to center. Walk your heels in towards your seat again. Take an inhale here. Exhale, press your hips high, coming a little bit higher this time. If it feels good, you can begin to walk your shoulder blades under your back, maybe bringing your chin towards your collarbone, maybe pressing your hips a bit higher than you did last time. Still not pushing all the way, we're still being gentle, we're warming up the spine. One more inhale here. And exhale, gently roll back down. Just going to windshield wiper the knees side to side before we come into our last bridge pose. So bring the feet about mat width distance apart. And then just bring your knees from side to side, releasing the spine, releasing the lower back. And bring the heels back in towards the seat. One more time, we're going to come up a little bit higher this time. Take an inhale here. Exhale, press the hips towards the sky, walking the shoulder blades under the body, clasping your hands behind you, drawing your chin towards your collarbone, pressing the hips as high as feels good this time. One more inhale here, pressing up a little bit higher. And exhale, releasing your hands and rolling back down onto the mat. Slide your hips to the right. Right leg comes over the left. Twisting to the left side, gaze over your right shoulder. Inhale, coming back to center. Hips to the left leg over right. Gaze over your left shoulder. Sorry about that, there's somebody else in the room with me. Andy's trying to creep stealthily out of the room right now. Inhale, coming back to center. And grab behind your knees. Let's just rock and roll up and down the length of the spine. And we're gonna rock over the knees, coming into a tabletop. Shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. And let's come into a few cat-cows. Inhale, melting the heart forward, lifting the tailbone. Exhale, rounding the spine, pressing out between the shoulder blades. Inhale, coming forward into cow pose. Exhale, pressing out into cat. Inhale. Exhale. And let's take 4 more with your own breath. And last round. And meeting back in a tabletop. Check in with your alignment. On your inhale, extend your right arm forward and your left leg behind you, coming into a balancing table. If it feels good and you want to take a little back bend here, you can bend your left knee, grab the inside of your left foot, and kick into your hand. Inhale, extending, and exhale back to tabletop. Inhale, extend the left arm and the right foot, balancing table. And come into a back bend if it feels good, bending your right knee, and grabbing your right foot, kicking into the left hand. Inhale, extending your left arm and right foot again. Exhale, coming back into tabletop. Tuck your toes, lift your knees, coming into hovering table, and then bring your heart towards your thighs, stepping your stance a little bit wider to come into downward facing dog. Heels come towards the mat, tailbone comes towards the ceiling, armpits rotate in towards each other, and then we're melting our heart towards our thighs. Inhale, walk your feet to the top of the mat. Come into a halfway lift, lengthening the spine. And exhale, fold. On an inhale, roll up to standing, stacking one vertebra on top of the other. Rolling the shoulders out as we reach the top. And meeting in mountain pose, hands at heart center, setting our intention. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to plank. Lower your knees, and then bringing your elbows straight back, hugging them into your rib cage. Lower your chest and chin all the way to the mat. Inhale, pressing your heart forward for baby cobra. Exhale, fold. Inhale, baby cobra, lift the fingertips. Exhale, fold. Inhale, tuck the toes. And exhale, press back into downward dog. Inhale, feet to the top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, send your feet back to plank. You can either step or hop. Chaturanga, elbows straight back. Option to lower your knees. Inhale, cobra or up dog. And exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Bring your forehead to the backs of your hands and hug your belly in towards your spine. So all of the muscles in your core are drawing in towards the midline. And release. On your next inhale, sweep your arms behind you, clasping your hands behind your back. Lift your shoulders and your feet off the mat, coming into Shalabhasana or locust pose. And we're going to hold here for a few breaths. Inhale, see if you can lift just a little bit higher. And exhale, release all the way to the mat. Forehead to the backs of the hands. Hug your belly in towards your spine. And release. On your next inhale, bend your knees, grab your feet, and kick your feet into your hands, coming into bow pose. Try to draw your knees towards each other. Kick a little bit higher if you have the space. One more inhale here. And exhale, release. Take a couple of breaths with your forehead on the backs of your hands. Bring your hands to mid-breast, tuck your toes, and press back into downward facing dog. Inhale, feet to the top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, arms up. And exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, right foot back. Gently lowering the right knee. And exhale, sweep your arms up, low lunge. We're just going to hold here for a moment, opening up the hip flexors on the right side. open your arms into cactus arms, broadening across the heart space. Tuck your right toes and come up into high lunge. Keeping your balance, find your drishti. Bring your hands to heart center. Inhale, lengthening your spine. Exhale, twist to the left, bringing the right elbow to the left knee. Coming into a twist. Gaze is over your left shoulder. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, clasp your hands behind you. Inhale, roll your shoulders back, opening your heart. And exhale, left shoulder to left knee, humble warrior. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, plant your hands and step back to downward dog. Inhale, roll forward into plank. Exhale, chaturanga, option to lower your knees. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, step your right foot between your hands. Gently lower your left knee. Exhale, sweep your arms up, low lunge. Sinking into the left hip flexor. Opening the arms into cactus arms. Tuck the left toes, coming up into high lunge. Hands to heart center, inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, left elbow to right knee, coming into a twist. Gaze is over the right shoulder. Inhale, center. Exhale, clasp your hands behind you. Inhale, roll your shoulders back, opening your heart. Exhale, right shoulder to right knee, humble warrior. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back to downward dog. Inhale, roll forward into plank. Exhale, chaturanga, elbows straight back. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, feet to the top of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Take a moment to check in with your intention. And let's meet kneeling on the mat. Grab blocks on your way down. we're going to come into camel pose, and it's really easy. It's much easier to work your way into camel with correct alignment if you have blocks. If you don't have blocks, it's okay. You can use your hands on your heels, but having the height of blocks can really help with correct alignment for camel. So we'll come onto our knees. If you have knee issues and this feels uncomfortable, please feel free to either double over your mat or bring your knees onto a blanket or something like that to provide you with a little bit more cushion. You want your blocks to be in line with your ankles. Bring your hands to heart center. Take an inhale here, lengthening the spine. Exhale, begin to press your hips forward, tucking your tailbone, tucking your pelvis under, and leaning back. Once you've come as far back as you can, bring your hands to your lower back and see if you can open back a little bit further. From here, you can bring your hands down onto your blocks. Or if you don't have blocks, you can tuck your toes and bring your hands down onto your heels. If it feels okay, you can release your neck. If that doesn't feel safe, don't do it. Keep thinking about pressing your hips forward and opening your heart space. If this feels okay, you can untuck your toes to come down a little bit deeper. When you're ready to come out, bring your hands to your low back and slowly move out. Bring your hands to heart center. And meeting in seated. It might feel like you want to come straight from camel pose into child's pose, but it's actually better to cool down more gently by coming into a twist first. So that's what we're going to do. Bring your right heel into your left sits bone, cross your left leg over your right. Inhale, sweep your right hand up. Exhale, right elbow to left knee, left hand behind you, gazes over your left shoulder, coming into a twist. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twisting a little bit deeper. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, coming back to center. Let's switch legs. So left heel is at your right sits bone, right leg over left. Inhale, sweep your left arm up. Exhale, left elbow to right knee, right hand behind you. Gaze over your right shoulder, coming into a twist. Inhale, coming back to center. And exhale, extending your legs out in front of you for Paschimottanasana. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, begin to walk your hands forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, drawing your heart towards your knees. And inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, walk your hands back up. And exhale, coming into child's pose. Knees together to release your lower back, knees apart to release your hips, extending your arms out overhead and bringing your forehead to the mat. Gently walking your hands back up and bringing your legs around to the side. We're going to come to lie on our backs. Draw your knees in towards your chest, rocking it out, releasing the low back. Opening your knees, grabbing the outside edges of your feet, coming into Happy Baby. Feels really good to rock it out in Happy Baby. Couple more breaths here. One more deep inhale. And exhale, release it all. Coming into Shavasana, our final resting pose. Arms to your sides, palms up. Scanning your body. Cueing yourself to relax. Releasing any tension that you're holding in your jaw, in your forehead, in your shoulders. When you're ready, go ahead and sweep your arms over your head, coming into a full body stretch. And exhale, come to lie on one side. If you want to stay in your Shavasana a little bit longer, feel free to do so. But if you're ready to come out, come to lie on one side. On an inhale, use your hands to press yourself up to seated. And thank you all so much for sharing your practice with me today. I hope that you're feeling a little bit more openness in your heart space, that you feel like you're a little bit stronger in your back, in your core. And I hope that you have a beautiful day. I look forward to practicing with you again soon. Namaste.